Hello guys, another week, another video. I'm on a hike right now. I have one more exam after this, and after that I'm finally done. But I thought now would be a perfect time to finally take a break. I feel like I deserve it after doing 3 exams, so I'm out here enjoying nature once again. However, I've got a little spin this time. Now, the last video I filmed of me hiking did not do so well. Why? Because I filmed car stuff and then I did a hiking video, which makes 0 sense. So, I'm gonna put some car stuff in this video. Essentially, with my 86, I want to make it a little more reliable. To do that, I need to learn how to service my car. So, first thing I want to do and try and learn is how to replace spark plugs, maybe the ignition, and changing the oil, of course. After that, we'll see how it goes. But anyways, I'm currently in Mount Dandenong. Not Mount Dandenong. Am I on Mount Dandenong? I think I am. And then I'm going to walk to Sherbrook Falls. So we just walked up like a pretty decent hill, and we're about 10 to 15 minutes out from the waterfall. I don't know if I've been to Sherbrook Falls before. I feel like I did when I was younger, but I don't know. I'm about to find out. Just want to say, it's so nice out here. The air is different. It really is. But anyways, let me turn the camera around. So here's the path, as you can see, quite muddy because of previous day's rainfall. That's something to always watch out when you're going hiking, making sure that if you are going to somewhere that's kind of dirty, like, well, not dirty, like muddy, you always have the right shoes. I do not have the right shoes. I've got running shoes, so I've got to be a little extra wary here. But now we are coming up a little intersection. I do not know which way to go. Sherbrook Falls, 600 meters. I think going this way. Nice little river section here. Can you guys hear that white noise over there? Oh, loving nature out here. Here's another part of it, Ramcone. We are nearing the waterfall now. There's gonna be a few people there, to be honest. So I'm actually not sure if I should film. One, I'm out in nature. Don't really want to interrupt it with too much technology. And 2, respecting other people's privacy, which is very important. Anyways, continuing on to more stuff on my car, I feel like I might get a ducktail wing for it. Not too sure yet. You can't really see over there, but oh, maybe a little bit. The water's down there. Getting closer to the waterfall over there. And here we are. Can't really see anything because of all the branches in the way, to be honest. There's the falls. You can at least hear it. A nice little waterfall over here. It's certainly not the biggest waterfall, but it's a waterfall by definition, so I guess it works. Waterfall. You can't even see it back there. Waterfall. Is it worth it? I don't really know. It's a little too small for my liking, but it's quite pretty, so it is what it is, I guess. But we have to head back now. Head back to the car, and I think we're going to go head into Olinda, which is a little town on Mount Dandenong. It's quite pretty, actually. Surrounded by rainforest right here, and this horribly muddy path. We have an extra muddy section here. Massive tree though. Oh, it looks quite nice though. Anyways, we're like halfway there. It has been a pretty arduous journey, I'm not gonna lie. It's really muddy. Sneakers were definitely a poor choice for this, but still well worth it. Oh, there's my sister. Yeah. I think when it comes to doing these kinds of trails, I definitely need to get some like hiking shoes or boots, because I don't have any at the moment. I do need to buy some, so I'll get on that for my next hike. Ow, kind of hurt. Yeah, I'd encourage people in Melbourne to come out here. It's so nice. The air is so much better. And it's just a nice change of pace, you know. You're not really rushing. You're just taking in what's around you and trying not to slip on this horrible, horrible mud, because god damn, it's slippery. Like legit, look at all this. I mean, this isn't even that bad of a patch, but like we had a really bad patch before and that was not ideal. See, this is like nothing compared to what we trudged through before. So a really cool thing is seeing fallen trees. You can actually see their ages. Look here, each groove is about 1 year. Now I am 22, so I'm about this. This is my entire life right here. Look at this. That's close to a century right there. So every time I see these massive trees, I'm like, damn, they're so old compared to me. Some more water here. So I can bring it down lower. It's always nice to see these little channels of water, streams. It's bubbling there, that's always fun. And a little better view here. It's really, really nice seeing that kind of stuff. But I want to see some bigger waterfalls. And I know Iceland has some incredible waterfalls. So I'd love to see that. Oh, some nice water over there. A little bit of white noise. But yeah, I would love to go to Iceland and see the waterfalls that they have there. I think Icelandic for waterfalls like Foss. I think it's Foss? I don't know, I can't remember. Someone let me know if I'm right or wrong. But yeah, I want to go to Iceland and see those waterfalls. Also the black sand beach. There's a lot of places I want to visit, and I really do hope that I'm able to visit them. And if obviously I'm going to film it because I want to share these places with you guys. Not everyone is given the opportunity to travel around the world, and the fact that I can film it for you guys and share it with you really, it makes me feel good because I'm in a fortunate place and some people aren't as fortunate as me. So I feel like it is my, role to make sure that I share what I can. This part is flattened out a bit. We're about halfway now, or halfway back to the car. Massive fallen tree over there. Well, it's not that massive, but it's still quite old. Not as muddy here, thankfully. So, we're gonna make our way back to the car, like I said before, and we are gonna drive to Olinda. That is the set plan now. We just had to cross this section here. Rather precarious, and there's no real pedestrian crossing, which is not really safe. So I don't know what the local council is. If they somehow see this video, there needs to be a pedestrian crossing to get to this trail, because there's currently none, and it's really dangerous to cross. I just got horned because I was standing in the median waiting for the cars to pass to cross over. So that needs to be fixed. So I thought we were going to go up this hill, which is arduous and horrible and horribly muddy, but thankfully there's a path in front of us, so we're going to go up instead. There's the tavern, there's the horrible hill, and this is the actual path that we're going on. You get a pretty nice feel of the road down there. Oh, what's that? Oh, some nice bikes. I won't deny though, the road has somewhat spoilt my mood. I came out here to be in nature, and there's cars. Look at that. You'd think me being a car enthusiast would like hearing the cars on the side of the road. No, not when I'm out here in nature, where I'm trying to be immersed in it. I want to be able to hear the birds, trees rustling, water or whatever. Not here, this constant noise of cars. But to each their own, really. But I would assume that most people who come out onto these trails do want to be immersed in their surroundings. So this isn't ideal, but whatever. I'll deal with it. I like cars, but not at this moment. And that's the thing about having two really different interests, right? This is so much fun. I really enjoy walking along these paths. And I really like driving cars and seeing cool cars, but when it comes to being on this path and not on that road, I don't want to see that road. But when I'm on the road, I don't care about this path at all. So it's kind of crazy how these two worlds don't really connect, but you could be interested in both either way. That's just my take on it though. Finally getting back to the car. We're gonna head, oh, Miata. Here it is. Yeah. Like I said, I'm still a car guy, right? I still want to see cars, but I'm out here in nature, man. Let me hear them birds. Go on. Anyways, we're back at the car now, and we're gonna head over to Olinda, check out the shops. I'm not gonna film anything there, purely because there's a lot of people there, and children, and obviously you have to respect the privacy of children there. So I'm gonna go dark after this, and we will swiftly transition to my car. Now I'm in the car and I'm about to go get some petrol because I got like half a tank left and petrol's about to get more expensive apparently. So I'm gonna be preemptive and go get some now because I want to avoid that cost. Just got petrol, that was $43 for half a tank. So a full tank would have been $86, which is all right, but it could be a little cheaper, please. Anyways, I'm gonna drive home now. I didn't have any other reason to come out. I just need to get petrol. I don't actually have anywhere to go. So I'm gonna drive home and I'm gonna do a quick rundown of what, maintenance mods I want to do to the car, because there's a few and I feel like it'll bring me a lot of insight to get them done as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm back home and look, like I said before, my garage isn't flat. It's quite slanted. That's obviously my engine there. But this is a very slanted garage space. Anyways, ignoring that, I want to learn more about this stuff. The only way to learn is to do. So, I don't know what I want to do first, or try to do first, but if you guys could give me some hints, that would be great. And I'd love to know what I should try and address first. Obviously, engine, that is engine. I don't know anything else. I've got an HKS thing. I don't even know what that is. I've got a TRD cap, which is, that's pretty cool to have. That's a Speed Hunters. I don't know what anything in here actually is, so I need help with that. The only thing I can see is that, I think that's the exhaust system or something. Either way, I feel it's like titanium or something, because it's a very different color to all the other metal pipes in there. Yeah. I don't really know what to do first. I can take the engine cover off. That's about it. I don't know how to do anything else. Update on the Govee lights though. It looks really good. You can see from the red light here, but as you can see, it is quite bright and it is doing really well. Oh, you can see the mess in there. But yeah, you can see it's really bright. It's stuck on. Oh, it's falling off a little bit. Oh, shit. Please don't be falling off. Anyways, this is still covered in tape. That's fine. I think this is fine as well. Mostly. Otherwise, yeah. It's holding strong. So I have my final exam in about 2 days. The day after this video goes live, actually. And then I will finally be free. I'm so ready because I am done. I want this semester to be over with and I can just go do whatever I want. Catch up on some video games. There's a lot of stuff I want to play. I want to play First Light. I've heard some really good reviews about it, and it's a James Bond game. Come on, it's a Bond game. Why wouldn't I want to play that? But yeah, I don't know what I'll get up to. Honestly, I might just take the weekend off and just do nothing at all and just sleep to recover. But yeah, I'll upload something obviously next week, but I'm not sure what it'll be. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys next week.